Just snacking on a few cashews. Bloody good, mate. What's going on, guys? So today we're at Shelburne Farms. It's probably about 30 or so minutes out of town. It's this awesome upkept farm out in Shelburne, obviously. Yeah, there's like miles and miles of farmland here. I wonder how big it actually is. I should probably find that out. But yeah, so there's like lots of like nice little woodland walks. There's a waterfront, which I'm standing at right now. If you can't already tell, we've had a massive fresh dumping of snow. Check this place out, it's so white. This looks great. Have a look. Oh yeah, it's awesome. I'm actually just scouting down here at the moment, just having a look at a few different areas before I head back up into the woods sort of area. Last year we came and walked around here in a sort of early winter time, and I saw my very first owl. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out for another owl. That would be freaking awesome if we could find one of those and photograph it. But yeah, now I'm also looking for like some really nice trees to photograph that are covered in snow. So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll see what we can find. And then in another hour and a half, 2 hours, once it gets time to shoot the sunset, we're coming back down here to the waterfront and see if we can make some of these nice snow formations work with the composition. And yeah, and with the mountains, I don't know if you guys can see, but check that out. I'll zoom right in. The mountains are looking super cool right now. A bit of snowfall going down. Oh, looking crispy. All right, let's cruise up into the forest and see what we can find, eh? Well, I didn't make it very far until I spotted a pretty sweet tree. I'm just, you guys can have a look. See this tree right here? It's gonna look tiny on the camera right now, but it looks so cool out in the field by itself. I've been wanting to photograph a single tree in a field for so long now. This one isn't quite perfect because it does have a bit of trees, a few trees behind it in the distance. But right now the clouds are looking quite cool. Over top of it, there's some sort of like very faint light rays in the distance. So I'm going to make my way out and see what sort of composition we can get. But yeah, hopefully we'll make something work, it'd be cool. Made it out here, grabbed my gear, put the polarizer on, and now the sun's blaring. It's far too bright right now. We've still got about an hour and a half until sunset, so I was hoping that the sun would stay behind those clouds so I could capture this, but that's all right. I can, I'll grab a couple of frames now, just in case, and then see how they look on the computer, but I'll be coming back down this way when I head back down to the waterfront anyway, so I can recapture this if the light's much nicer later on. But yeah, for this I'm just shooting it all handheld. I don't need a tripod. I put the polarizer on, but for the scene it really isn't doing too much. But it's always best to check to see if it does help at all. And I'm basically just shooting at ISO 100, f8, 1/250th of a second, and it's giving me quite a nice exposure. I'm trying landscape orientation, portrait orientation to see which one looks better. Standing up full height, then kneeling down. I think I like the look of it kneeling down a little bit more. It's really just separating the tree from the trees on the horizon just that little bit more, which looks a bit better. But yeah, I'll wait around a few minutes and see if this light gets any better. And if not, I'll shoot up into the forest and we'll come back down here afterwards. All right. Can you guys see that? There's a deer right there. There was 3 of them before. Get my finger right here. Oh, I wonder if I can get a little bit closer. Probably not, he's already staring at me. It's pretty cool. Just snacking on a few cashews. Bloody good, mate. Waiting up on the hill here. So I've made it up onto the top of the mountain. Well, mountain, it's really a small hill. This is the overlook of the lake. It's looking kind of cool up here at the moment, but it's honestly nothing amazing, so shooting off a few frames. The clouds with the sun filtering through them look really cool on the mountains, but I don't know, it's so-so. I've taken a few frames of like really close up at like around 200mm, isolating a few layers of the mountains and those rays coming through the clouds. So taking, ooh, thought someone was behind me there. I heard some really weird noise. I'm just hearing things. But yeah, just waiting around to see if anything happens to the light. If it doesn't, I'm not too worried. I'll head back down to the waterfront and see if we can get anything down there. But yeah, I'm going to get a few more frames around here and see what happens to these sun rays over the mountains. And if nothing much, we'll catch you guys down on the waterfront. Alright, see you soon. Guys, see that? The deer are back. I'm going to try and sneak closer. I'm making a heck of a lot of noise though in the snow. Okay. I'm going to quickly grab my long lens. Oh, they're running down the hill. They're running down the hill. Alright. Finally made it down to the waterfront. Just in time for some really cool light across the clouds. Still not quite sunset yet, still another like, I don't know, 20 minutes I'm guessing. But I'll just jump down here real quick. We have some really cool like little light rays coming through the clouds off in the distance. So I've gotten down really low here and working with the these little like snowy mountains, I want to say, on the side of the lake. So I'm shooting in landscape orientation. I've just got these like nice little wispy sort of cloud-like pieces of snow in the foreground, and in the background the clouds, and it's coming out real cool. I'm pretty excited to get home and eat this one, so it should be pretty sweet. But yeah, so I'm waiting now, another 20 odd minutes. I'm going to shoot around this area. There's like plenty of different little compositions and leading lines and different things to work with, so I'm going to see what else I can find. And also, once the sun's gone down, it can cast quite a nice colour over the snow as well. Basically the snow takes on any sort of colour that's casting off from the sun. But yeah, I can actually see the battery out there flashing, so I'd better stop recording and go get a new battery for the vlog camera. Back shortly, guys. Alright. Well, that was a little bit bloody frantic. I really should stop saying bloody. I feel like I say it a lot in my vlogs. Yeah, I say it far too much. I should get that under control. But yeah, so we were just about right here before when we were taking the last photo. Now I've made my way all the way back along here because there's some more awesome like formations. But the thing is that, hang on a second. Oh yeah. All of this, I don't know if you can see all these lines and all these mounds and all these things you can see. They're all actually big ice shelves that have crunched up as we had a thaw the other day, and now have created all these really cool little like like miniature dunes type things out of the new snowfall. But the thing is that walking around, I'm like sliding all over them. Left my crampons in the car, too much of a rush. The light was happening, so I had to get out here. And yes, I was like, had my vlog camera in the hand, my big camera in the other hand, and I was like, whoa, like surfing all these like bits of ice. It was just a little crazy. But I've got 2 more compositions that I'm pretty stoked on. Whoop, see, look what I mean? Using these little snow mounds, and yeah, it looks really cool. Just doesn't look like the lake that we live on, which is awesome. And just to mention a couple of things about the shots. So all the shots I've taken down here, I've been shooting really wide, so 16 to 18, maybe 20 millimeter on one of them. And the last 2 that I shot, I'm gonna have to focus stack. You guys know I'm focus stacking a lot lately. I just love that crispness all the way through the whole shot. So yeah, it's usually these last 2 just 3 focus stacks. One in the immediate foreground, one in the medium ground, and then one in the foreground on the mountains. And as I said, it's just going to allow me to get a super sharp image all the way through, which to me is just perfect. And I was able to get them exposed all in one exposure, so the histograms nicely spread across or in the center. Usually when I'm watching the histogram, and I can get it all in one exposure, I will try and push the histogram as far to the right as possible, as far to the highlights as possible without the highlights clipping, and that'll usually yield the best sort of image. But yeah, so I'm just hanging out. There's just a couple of little bits of light left in the clouds. Just going to see if anything else happens. I feel like over that way there was a bit of pink sky before, which was a little bit of a bummer, but we definitely got a nice little bit of light here as well. And it just, as I said before, it reflects across the snow, which looks awesome. That's us done for another day. Another shoot in the bag. Hope you guys enjoy what you've seen tonight. I've sure had a lot of fun. Maybe not so much earlier in the day. I was definitely struggling a little bit with the area around here. A lot of this place just looks really meh when it's winter, because it's just a whole lot of brown trees and nothing too interesting. That's why I've been shooting a lot more of those waterfalls and things lately, and rivers and stuff. Hope you guys aren't getting too bored with that. But yeah, just because most of it looks just so brown, and I guess they call it stick season for a reason. But yeah, so we're all done, and I'm gonna head back home, make some dinner. All right, well, if you guys have enjoyed what you've seen tonight, please consider subscribing if you're not already, and maybe give me a thumbs up. And yeah, drop a comment down below if you've got any sort of questions on any of the photographs or anything that I've done tonight. And yeah, see you guys in the next episode. Peace.